We really love the neighborhood that we live in, and it's an older neighborhood that's full of houses that have lots of charm and character. It's really common to walk outside the front door and see a couple walking or a family walking their dog or someone pushing a baby in a stroller. It's just a really good place to raise a family in. Jon is so artistic and so creative, and he spends a lot of time creating these really creative collages and other pieces of art that he likes to share with his friends and family and also mail out to people all across the world. So I'm really excited for him to be able to share that with our child. We have friends that come over with their kids and they absolutely love going into Jon's mail art room and creating stuff with him, so I can't wait to see him be able to do that on a more regular basis with our child.
And Misty's really into games and playing games, board games, video games of all sorts, some that are very creatively inclined, that help with imagination. And she's a big reader especially, so to share that with a kid would be a great benefit.
I am a middle school language arts teacher, and I really think that teaching lends itself really well to parenthood. I have a pretty flexible schedule, and I have summers off, which means we're going to be able to go to the beach and go on long road trips and go on vacations and go to museums in the city. I also have a lot of time off around the holidays, and we'll get snow days off, which are some of my favorites. So, when it snows, we'll be able to go outside, spend the day sledding, and then drinking hot chocolate afterwards.
Yeah, and I'm a community college teacher. My schedule is a little bit more open than hers. It ends in sort of mid-May, so I have a few extra weeks than she does. My school has a daycare, so it's good to be close to your child, so make sure that if anything happens, you're able to quickly get there.
We both knew that we wanted to be parents, and we were unable to have our own biological children, but even before we got married, we had had conversations about adoption. It was always something that we were open to and interested in, and this is just such an exciting way for us to build our family.
Jon and Misty work really, really well together. For a couple that's been together as long as they have, it's like they've never grown tired of each other's company. They always make each other laugh. You can tell that they just genuinely appreciate each other. My son just adores them. We live in the same neighborhood and we go on walks together. We walk with my son often, and we typically walk by their house, and my son knows their house, and he's like, I want to go see Jon and Misty, and he always runs up and knocks on their door, and so they visit with us. There was one time we were walking by their house and it was kind of late, so I told Jamie, don't, go up to their house, they might be sleeping, but he slipped out of my grasp and ran up and banged on their door really, really loud. And Misty opened the door in her pajamas, but she loves my son so much. She still welcomed us in and interacted with them together. They've spent quite a bit of time together and made sure that they had just a really solid foundation in their relationship. And so it makes sense that their next step would be to welcome a child into their family.
We have wanted to become parents for so long. We both had really positive experiences in our childhood. Sometimes I think about what it's going to feel like when we get to hold our baby. I know that we have so much love for them already, and we are going to do everything in our power to make sure they have everything that they need and the most positive experience and the most positive childhood that we can possibly give them.